Happy Tonanzin Day. I am so happy to be with you today. And here I am with Sarah. We're heading to make ceremony for Tonanzin. And I was thinking about this incredible message that she is. I want to start with that question that she said to Cuautli. Don't you know that I am your mother? That question, it is such a powerful statement because it is showing you that you are the daughter of the Great Mother, the son of the Great Mother. She is recognizing you, and you recognize her in you. What do you feel, Mijita, about it?
Oh, I love that question, and it's like it takes you right to that place in yourself that, if for me, it takes me right to that place of it's almost like a place of remembrance, like feeling that place in myself that is the daughter. And it does, that question opens up so much in myself. It's like being able to hear her voice in me and put it on as the daughter. It's beautiful.
Yeah. We were having coffee this morning just before the radio talk. And I was receiving all these messages from the Great Mother in our app. And yours was very, very beautiful and mine too, but yours was about the Great Mother is about happiness.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was little, this beautiful grandmother, my abuela Elvira, that she used to walk with me. I was little. You're talking about 3-4 years. And she was telling me about how the Great Mother, everything is about that happiness and joy and beauty. And what it means, beauty. Beauty, it's a very, very important thing in situations because you have beauty inside of you and all around you. When you see that, when you understand that, it really takes you into this realm of entrega. It takes you into this realm of understanding what life is. You are life. And even if you relate with life in a small manner, even in your little life, and with all that identification, well, the one is contained in the whole, and the whole is contained in the one. Being the daughter of the Great Mother means that you recognize her in you. What this means for you, Mijita?
Oh my gosh, there's so much about what you just said that it's like, I feel that so much, that embracing of life, and that at least for myself, I feel like has been pointing the way. Like there's been a call for some time, and being able to understand, like embrace that part in me. And it is about happiness and joy. It's like when I think about the parts of myself or the times where I've struggled, it is a battling of who I am inside myself, and it's like we look outside the world and we see all these messes and war and destruction, and yet when you can hear that voice inside yourself, when you can hear the mother's voice and you can follow that guidance, it takes you to a place of peace and beauty. And it is about responsibility, but it's also about embracing life no matter what it is, and understanding that you're the creator, you're the daughter of the creator, so you're creating, and understanding that, it's like life isn't just happening to you, that you're dancing with life. And that's so powerful because it changes everything. And yeah, I I was going to say evolve, but I know we've talked about this a lot. It's like it really is more of a remembrance. Like I want to remember who I am fully, because it is about so much beauty and joy, being able to embody that. That's how I feel it.
Well, I was observing about my message that I received. It was about you are a body of light. Can you relate with it? And that is a very, very important message. I mean, everyone in the messages from the Great Mother app, everyone received different message. And it is exactly at the moment that you are. The perfect synchronicities. I just love that.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And when I see this, it really takes me in such a different ways too, because being the daughter of the Great Mother is a big responsibility. Can we be self-responsible in our lives? Can we see through the eyes of the mother? Means, there is this old saying, so is the mother, so is the daughter. Means all the power that it is in the mother is also in you. And knowing this and understanding this and embracing her as your mother and recognizing you in her and her in you, it really creates a very, very different story. The Great Mother, it is the essence of all the vibrations. Means the life force that it is in that tree is the same life force that it is in you. Life is such a powerful understanding of experiences that you learn. It's a gift. That gift of love, the gift of embracing all as a life and love that you are. I was observing, you can, and I'm telling this for people who's listening, there is many of our Ancient Wisdom of the Feminine podcast that there is the whole story of Tonanzin. If you don't know, you can find it in there. That we have been doing this for many years. But this time, we wanted to bring a very different story because I wanted to make it about you. How does it feel to be the daughter of the Great Mother? It really means work. Yeah. It really means understanding that spiritual work that you have. There is this part of the story of Tonanzin about Cuautli that he was pretending not to hear her, and we make big jokes in Mexico about that. But it is true story. What is it within yourself that the mother is telling you and you pretend not to hear her? That's even funny, but not really funny. What do you feel?
Yeah, I'm laughing because I can relate to that. I think most people can. It's like, cover your ears. I don't want to hear this. And yet, it is about listening and then putting on whatever it is that she's showing you in yourself or asking you to do. And I think, especially in this wave, like it's been really intense. And one of the things I know for myself is like being able to see those places in myself and really listen to those stories and understand those stories of, of woundedness, of all these things, these parts of myself that didn't understand in that time and space what it means to be life, and healing those places in me, so I can find that liberation and not being afraid to see it. And that's, I think, when you're talking about the spiritual work, that is the work. It's being able to do the work and to really bring that light into the parts of myself that didn't understand what it meant to be life, that didn't understand what it meant to be the daughter, and saying, okay, well now what did I learn from it? How am I going to take this forward as, in a new way, with the understanding that I need to be responsible and I need to be, put it on, and like aligning with the mother, so you can hear that guidance and actually listening and, doing what needs to be done. Yeah.
You see, the Great Mother is about freedom. And when you think about the time and space that she came, it really, 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 really helped the people. Help us to see that inner world. You have always been free. In that inner world of yours, in the realm of the Mother, it is all about freedom, and it is all about the highest good of everyone. And this is a very, very powerful statement, because when she promised, I will take care of your little world, but I want you to take care of this. Like she says this to Cuautli. And it was a big, big work in that time for him. How that one is going to happen. I mean, when the Spanish arrived, they destroyed completely all the temples of Tonanzin. And then she won it back. And the people recognize her because she has all the symbols in her. Because they know exactly about the Great Mother and how and who she is. What is that feminine aspect of God? What means mother? That protection, that unconditional love, that it is always there. When we listen to that voice, it is always very, very powerful. And our work is to distinguish from other voices that it is deep inside of you. How do you recognize it?
I think, well, first of all, it does come from that alignment. So, if I can tell, like, if I'm feeling really emotional or deep pain or woundedness, I'm not going to be able to hear her voice. It is almost like this guidance that, like you said so many times, she's not a bully. She's not telling you what to do. She's pointing out a truth. She's showing you the options and the consequences of the choices. I think that, I don't know, when you talk about that story and how it really is true that it's like there's this trust as well, that like when you do the work, that those little life details are going to come into place. And it is about priorities. And trusting, that's been, I think, a big one, is being able to trust in that. And sometimes it's a whisper too, and it's being able to really, to drop everything and listen. Yeah.
And she has a sense of humor too.
She does have a sense of humor. That's absolutely true. Yes.
Well, here is the thing. Learning how to distinguish her vibration, because the way that you hear it, it's a vibration deep inside of you. You bring her to the presence of your own presence. And that vibration is vibration of so much love and purity. It shows you the way of existence, and yet it is you the one who's translating the whole thing in English or Spanish like me, or whatever language, in a way that you can understand it. And sometimes it's challenging what she's asking. Right now she's asking, can you be self-responsible? And that opened a big, big, big door for all human beings because they think about God, and I'm putting this in quotes, as someone that you go and ask for how to change the hologram constantly. I want this, I want that, I want this and that, and you go and do it for me. Instead of, what can I do? I'm listening. Looking her and understanding her like a hawk. If you see her, you can see her everywhere around you. You can see her in every person. You can see her in the flowers. You can see her in the trees. You can see her in every love that you have deep inside of you for all your loved ones. You can feel her in every single part of you. But that attitude about human beings, when you were little, you used to see your parents like gods. You think you're hungry and then suddenly food appears in the table magically. You don't know where it's coming from, but it does. So you begin to relate your own parents like gods. When you become teenager, well, you know everything. And that was that entitlement, like thinking, oh, I know better. I know better than this and better than that. And that is the attitude of the people destroying the planet. It's there, therefore I can take it. I can use it and misuse it. And human beings begin to think about the whole creation, what is good for me. It was all this distorted situation. The women began to feel victims of a system, and they have been. I'm not saying that. Of course. And a whole new reality begins to show up. Now, here is the new era. A new age. And that new age means time to grow up. You are a different understanding in your adulthood, a spiritual adulthood, I can say it, where you recognize that you do live in a world of oneness, that you recognize that you can be a victim the rest of your life and live in your knees, or you can stand up and be self-responsible. And that's a powerful statement. You can be slave of the system the rest of your life, or you can take charge of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your physical body, of your dream. And you feel how powerful it is?
It's such a huge shift.
It's a liberation.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? Because yesterday we were talking to the people in that school online, and it came out something very, very powerful. That realization of freedom.
Yeah.
And what it brings, that self-responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You need you.
Yep.
In your life. You need to understand the self. That's the most powerful thing. And that is the plain recognition of you're the daughter of the great.
Yes, it is. Not hiding from that.
No.
No.
Do you remember the story of Norea? And it has been such a big deal.
It's a good one.
There is this ancient writing. And it is the story of Norea. And I love that one. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I always remember, especially in these times, that it has to do with self-responsibility. So, of course I'm paraphrasing, but she goes with Father, Mother, God, and she goes to complain. And this and this and this and this happened to me, and she's crying, and she's da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and this man did this and this and this. And here is Father, Mother looking at her, and they go, and who are you again? I am your daughter. And then she continued to complain and complain and complain and complain about everything. And I want this and I want that. And it is like, that little girl, I want you to fix it for me. I want you to create it for me because I'm uncomfortable. I want you to do your work as God.
Santa Claus God.
Santa Claus God. And then they keep on asking her, and who are you again? And she goes on and on until finally, with all these questions that they keep on asking her, and who are you again? And then she goes, I am your daughter. And then she finally recognized herself as the daughter.
Yeah.
As the daughter of Father, Mother, God. And how powerful it is. Finally, when she get that energy, she felt her power. She felt all this incredible knowledge within herself. Very much she told them, never mind, I can take care of this, because I am your daughter. Yeah. And this energy comes from you. And I think it is such a powerful story because it brings you back in. Don't you know that I am your mother?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
I love that story because I feel like who can't relate to that one? It's like, and yet there is this moment I can think of many times in my life where that flip has occurred in myself where it's like, oh, wait, okay. So what are you going to do about it? And awakening the medicine and taking responsibility. And, when you choose that, and I look back at times where I've been able to do that, and I wouldn't want it any other way because it's being the daughter. And it's beautiful, but it is a remembrance and I need to put it on.
So how do we recognize her as your mother? You see, it takes responsibility.
It does. Yeah.
Well, we're heading to ceremony. Think about this. How are you as the daughter of the Great Mother? What this means to you? What it means to all of us? The daughter of the Great Mother is no slave.
No, she is not.
No.
She knows her power.
She knows her power because she does recognize her.
Yes.
Don't you know that I am your mother? Thank you, everyone. A happy Tonanzin Day. We have our website, magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. That, by the way, you know why? Yes, that's my name, but it is also yours, Magdala. She represents the daughter of the Great Mother. She is the woman aspect. And it is with an S at the end, because I am you. Because the divine feminine and the divine masculine, it is always holding hand. And that is a very important thing. Go to the school online that we have and download messages from the Great Mother. I'm telling you, it's so powerful. Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate. I am you. I am Magdala. Thank you, Sarah, amiga.
Oh, thank you, Ma.
Let's go for ceremony.
Yes.